Hi, everybody. This class is looking at how you use your arms, your legs, shoulders, hips, and how as you use that out in life, there's a certain amount of tension that goes up into each of those major joints, your shoulders and your hips, which begin to affect your torso, so the space between your pelvis and your collarbones. Okay, so depending on which side is more dominant, which side is shorter, how you're twisted, and how you use your arms and legs will begin to cause major problems, potential problems in your torso. So it's important to unwind the corresponding arms and legs regularly in the different ranges of motion so that you can see where and how both arms correspond and act similarly and how to unwind those. Okay, so we're going to start. It's very simple work. So you're going to use the black ball so we're going to start face down, and we're going to have the black ball right in the front of your hip joint, and you're going to have the gold ball in your armpit. And we're going to slowly work the balls down. So I'll call it out a third of the way, a half of the way, above the knee, just below the knee, all the way out to the toes. And then this will correspond out towards the fingertips. Okay, and we're going to do it with breath, and we're going to do it with some stretching and some strengthening aspects added to it. So you're going to lie face down, and you're going to place that black ball right at the front of your hip joint. So that means where your leg bends, and your shoulder joint right on the ball. And use your other hand to hold you so you don't fall off to that side. You stay right on the side you're working. So inhale. And try to breathe from the pelvis all the way through the torso on this side into the armpit. Big inhalation, stretch your arm and leg. Exhale, let the breath out. Inhale. Breathe and stretch length through the side. Now exhale, I just want you to press down at your hip and press down at your shoulder. And then inhale. Reach with your arm and leg, and exhale, press down into both joints. Now inhale and raise the arm and leg. And as you raise them, stretch them away from each other. As you exhale, come down, press the front of your hip joint, press your armpit shoulder down into the ball. And now inhale. Lengthen in both directions. You might find you can lengthen more. Exhale, press down into the ball, into the balls. Inhale, raise and stretch away from each other. And exhale and press down into the balls. And now move the balls. So take the black ball down about a third of the way down your thigh. Take the gold ball about a third of the way towards your elbow. And inhale. And exhale. Stretch the arm out, stretch the leg out. Inhale. Reach with the arm, reach with the leg. Keep the weight on the side. Exhale. Press down into the arm and the leg. Inhale. Reach and stretch the arm and leg out. Exhale, press the arm and leg down. Now inhale and lift, arm and leg. Lift them up, stretch them up, feel your glutes working. And exhale, press down with your arm and leg. Inhale, stretch your arm and leg out. Stretch them, stretch them. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, raise the arm and leg up. And exhale, press down into the balls. And take the balls down. Take them down just above the knee. So you can take it a third, half, just above the knee, but we got a lot to do, so I'm just taking you a little faster. So now you're just above the knee, just above the elbow. Inhale. Keep your weight on the side you're working. Exhale, press your arm, press your leg. You can let your head rest or use your hand to press the arm down more. Inhale. Reach the arm, reach the leg out nice and long. Exhale, press down into both arm and leg. Inhale. Lengthen the arm, lengthen the leg out more. Exhale, press arm and leg down. Inhale, stretch the leg up, stretch the arm up and out. Exhale, press down into the two balls. Inhale, lift and lengthen up. Lift, try to lift off both balls. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, lengthen out even more. Exhale, press down in to the balls. And take the balls just below the knee. So it should be on the tibia, on the bone, not into the soft area just above. So just below the knee, there's a soft area. Move that ball down so you feel that you're pressing the bone, called your tibia, down into the ball. So, and in your elbow, you're just below the elbow, palm is down. Inhale. Exhale, press arm and leg down into ball. Inhale, stretch the arm and leg out nice and long. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, lift the arm, lift the leg. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach the arm, reach the leg out nice and long. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach the arm, reach the leg up as much as you can. Exhale, press down in to the ball. Take the ball halfway down so you can get off the ball and move it with your hand halfway down your calf and halfway down your forearm. Inhale. You can rest your head on your arm. Inhale, stretch the arm, the leg out nice and long. Exhale, press down in to the ball. Inhale, reach nice and long. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, lift the arm, lift the leg. So you don't have to lift all the way off the balls. Just lift enough you can feel the muscles engaging. Exhale, press down in to the ball. Inhale, reach longer with your arm and leg. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, lift the arm, lift the leg. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach out longer. Exhale, press down into the balls. Take the ball now to the ankle and to the wrist. And inhale, keep your weight on the side you're doing. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach and extend out more. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach the arm, reach the leg. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, raise your arm, raise your leg. Exhale, come down, press down into the balls. Inhale, lengthen the arm and leg out. Exhale, press down. Inhale, raise the arm, raise the leg. You don't have to raise a lot, just enough that you feel that you're efforting with muscle. And exhale, press down. Now move the ball down into the palm of the hand, so into the, just below the ankle. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale and stretch your arm, stretch your leg out nice and long. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, stretch your arm, stretch your leg up just a little. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, lengthen out, lengthen out, lengthen out. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, lift up, lift up, lift up, and exhale, press down into the balls. And inhale, stretch out nice and long, and exhale, move the ball. You can use that other leg to help you move. Take the ball down to the toes, take the ball to the fingertips. Inhale, exhale, press down with your fingertips and toes. Inhale, reach out with your arm and leg. Exhale, press down with your fingertips and toes. Inhale, stretch out more. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift off just a little bit with your foot and your hand. Exhale, press down. Inhale, reach out even more. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift the arm, lift the leg. Exhale, press down. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, press your fingertips and your toes. And take the balls out. Lie on your back. And just feel that side. So let your arms hang alongside you. Take some breaths. See how that work affected you. See where you feel it the most. Does it release your back? Does it release your abdominal muscle area? Does it release your hip more, your shoulder more? What changes do you notice? Do you feel it up into your jaw? And inhale, bend your knees up into your chest and hold them there for a moment. And roll over onto your side and slowly sit up. And let's do the same work on your left side. So you're going to take that black ball into the front of the left hip and come down. And you're going to take that gold ball into the armpit. Use your right hand to keep your weight. Your right hand and right knee keep you over onto the left side. So when you're working and you're either inhaling, lengthening out, exhaling, pressing down, or inhaling, lifting arm and leg, exhaling, pressing down, you can choose. You don't need to keep to any particular order as you're doing that. Whichever you think you need more is what you do. Inhale, exhale, I want you to press, so ground down, press into the hip, press into the shoulder, to the armpit. Inhale, stretch the leg out, stretch the arm out. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, lengthen the arm out, lengthen the leg out. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, raise the arm, raise the leg. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, lengthen the arm out, lengthen the leg out. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, raise the arm, raise the leg, reach out. Exhale, lower and press down in to the balls. Inhale, lengthen out more, see if you can get more length. Exhale, press down. And now take the balls. Take the black ball down about a third of the way, and take the gold ball out about a third, half or third of the way. Keep the leg on straight. Keep your weight on the left side. Inhale, exhale, press down with your arm and leg. Press, press, press. Inhale. Lengthen out more, lengthen out more, lengthen out more. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, lift the leg, lift the arm just a little bit. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, stretch out more, see if you can reach out more in both directions. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, raise your arm, raise your leg, reach out. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Take the balls down just above the elbow, just above the knee. So you're not touching the kneecap, the top of the kneecap here. You're a couple fingers above. Inhale, exhale, press down with your arm and leg. Inhale, stretch out the arm, stretch out the leg. Keep your weight on the left side. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach more in both directions. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach, lift the arm, lift the leg, lift the arm, lift the leg. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach the arm out, reach the leg out. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, lengthen out arm and leg. Stretch more, stretch more, stretch more. Exhale, press down in to both balls, and take the balls below the knee, just below the knee, and just below the elbow. Make sure you're on the tibia, on the bone, not in the soft spot, just below the knee. And take the forearm, take the ball just below the elbow. Inhale, exhale, keep your weight on the side, try to keep the arm and leg as straight as you can. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, reach with your arm, reach with your leg, get longer. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, try to raise your arm and leg, lift them up, and exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, lengthen out in both directions. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, try to lift the arm, lift the leg just a little bit. Exhale, press down. Inhale, reach the arm, reach the leg out. Exhale, press down. Take the balls halfway down, so you can use your right foot to help you move the ball halfway down the left calf. Move the ball halfway down the left forearm. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale and reach arm, reach leg. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, try to lift the arm, lift the leg off. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, lengthen out more. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, try to lift the arm, lift the leg. Exhale, press
down. Inhale, reach the arm and reach the leg out. Exhale, press down. Take the balls to the wrist and to the ankle. Move that ball down to the ankle. Now, inhale, exhale. You're going to press down at the ankle and at the wrist. Inhale, reach, extend out, arm, leg, even more. Exhale, press down at the ankle and the wrist. Inhale, stretch out, even more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, I want you to try and raise your arm and leg off the balls. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, stretch the arm out, stretch the leg out more. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, try to lift the arm, lift the leg. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, lengthen out in both directions. Take the ball, the gold ball, into the palm. Take the other ball just into the top of the foot, the dorsal foot. Inhale, exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach. I want you to reach the arm, reach the leg out. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach the arm, reach the leg out more. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, raise the arm, raise the leg, try to lift him just a little bit, just that effort of lifting. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, extend out in both directions. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, try to lift again, lift off just a little bit. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lengthen out, lengthen out, lengthen out, lengthen out. Exhale, move the balls to the toes, to the fingertips. Keep your weight on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, press fingertips and toes down into the balls. Inhale, lengthen the arm out, lengthen the leg out. Exhale, press fingertips and toes down against the balls. Inhale, reach out more. Extend arm and leg. Exhale, press down fingertips and toes. Inhale, just try to lift up a little bit off the balls. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach arm and leg out more. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, try to lift the leg, lift the fingers just a little bit. Exhale, press down. Inhale, go for as much length as you can on that side. Stretch out the arm, the leg, and exhale. And take the balls out. And lie on your back. Extend both legs out. And feel that work you just did. Feel the work on each side. Feel how the two sides, the work you did, communicate with each other. What do you do differently on each side? How to use your arms, your shoulders differently. Take a moment, breathing, feeling each side, unwinding. Extend through each heel. Lift the lower ribs, lift them up, flatten the shoulders out. And bend your knees up and roll over onto a side. and slowly sit up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the back of the muscles, okay? So you're going to place the ball. So at some points when we do, if we're using the black ball down the hamstrings, you might not feel that as much. So you have to play around. You might put a bigger ball under your sit bone when you're trying it at different times. So you can maybe put a pearl ball there. See what works best for you. And now here, this is a little tricky. You're going to put that shoulder, you're going to stretch your arm up towards the ceiling. And I don't care which side you're doing first, I'm doing my left side. And now you're going to hold that arm and rest that shoulder, the top of your shoulder, right on the ball. And that lower ball is right in the back of the hip joint. And you can use that other foot, bend the foot into the floor to keep you over on your left side, or right side, whichever you're doing first. Inhale. Stretch out in both directions. Exhale, press down into the shoulder, into the hip. Inhale, extend through the heel. Extend out from the shoulder. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, try to lift that leg up. Lift the arm just a little bit. And exhale, press down and reach. Inhale, reach out with both. Exhale, press down with both. Inhale, lift the arm and leg a little bit to exhale, press down. Now take the ball that's in your leg, take it down about halfway down your thigh. Take the ball in your arm about halfway out to your shoulder, and from your shoulder to your elbow. Extend through your heel. Inhale, reach through your fingers. Exhale, press both arm and leg down into the balls. Inhale and reach through the heel, through the arm. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, extend out in both directions. Exhale, press down. Inhale, raise both arm and leg just a little bit. Exhale, press down. Inhale, extend out more in both directions. Exhale, ground down into the balls. Inhale, lift up off the balls a little bit. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lengthen out in both directions. Exhale, press down. Move the ball to just above the elbow. Move the ball just above your knee. Inhale and stretch the arm, stretch through the heel, nice and long, out of the hip, out of the shoulder. Exhale, press down into the ball. Inhale, reach out longer. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, lift the leg, lift the arm just a little bit. Exhale, press down into the balls. Now inhale, reach out more. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, lift the arm and leg just a little bit. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach out long in both directions. And exhale, release. Move the balls. You can use your other foot. Move the ball just below the knee. And just below the elbow. And try to be as straight as you can. Inhale. Reach out with your arm. Reach out with your leg. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, try extending through your heel. reach with your fingertips. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, lift your leg up a little bit. Take the weight off the ball. Lift your arm a little bit. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, reach, extend, extend, extend. Try pointing. See what that does. Try extending through your fingertips. See what that does. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, try to lift. Take the weight off of the balls. Exhale, come down. Reach in both directions. Inhale and reach in both directions. Exhale, press down into the balls. And move the ball halfway down your calf and halfway down your forearm. And inhale and exhale and press down into the balls. Inhale and reach in both directions. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, stretch out more. Try pointing, try flexing. See which works better for you. Stretch out your fingers. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, try to lift a little bit, leg and arm off the balls. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach, 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 reach through the heel, reach through the arm, through the fingers. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, try to lift arm, lift leg, just a little bit, take the weight off the balls. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach longer through the leg, through the arm, and exhale, and move the ball to the wrist, move the other ball to the ankle. Just above the heel. And right into the wrist, right at that crease. Inhale, reach out with the arm, reach out with the leg. Exhale, press down into the balls. So flex your foot a little bit so you're really pressing the Achilles tendon down. Try to wrap your hand around the ball a little bit. Inhale, reach out with the heel, reach and wrap the arm around the ball. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach and extend out the heel, out the hands. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, try to take your weight off the balls, lifting the leg a little bit, lifting the arm a little bit. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach nice and long through the whole side. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, try to lift leg and arm off the balls a little bit. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, reach and reach in both directions. Exhale, release. Take the ball right to the heel. And take the ball right in towards the fingers. So your fingers are, your palm is up towards the ceiling. Your fingers are, tops of your fingers are pressing down into the ball. Inhale. And reach through the heel. Reach length through that whole side. Exhale. Press the fingers. Press the heel down into the ball. Inhale. Reach those fingers out. Reach the heel out. Exhale. Press down. Fingers and heel to the balls. Inhale. Try to lift up a little bit. Just take a little bit of weight off the balls. And exhale. Press down in to the balls. Inhale, reach length, reach more length out. Exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, try to lift the foot up a little bit, lift the hand just a little bit to take weight off the balls. And exhale, press down into both balls. And inhale, lengthen through the heel, lengthen through the fingertips around the ball, lengthening the whole torso. And exhale, and release. Take the balls out. Extend your legs. Extend your legs, extend your arms alongside you. Take some breaths and just feel that side. So feel that unwinding in the hip and shoulder. Feel how that connects back and front for a deeper unwinding of that whole side. And now inhale and bend your knees up into your chest and roll over onto your side. And now let's do that on the other side. Whoop. This way. So you're going to take that black ball right to the sit bone area. So if you find the lower sit bone and you move it just a little bit, that'll put you more in the back of the joint, back of the hip. And take the other, raise your arm up towards the ceiling, hold that ball right at the top of your shoulder joint, and then use your other hand and just hold that ball in place. You can use that other foot into the floor to keep you on the side. Inhale. Reach the arm, reach through the heel. Exhale, press your shoulder, press your hip down into the ball. Inhale, reach out the arm and the leg equally. Exhale, press down in to the ball, both balls. Inhale, reach out through the arm, out through the heel more. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift the leg a little bit, lift the arm up a little bit, and then exhale, extend out, press down into both balls. Inhale and extend through the heel, extend through the arm. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, raise the arm and leg a little bit. Exhale, press the shoulder, press the hip down into the balls. Inhale and reach and reach and reach and reach in both directions. Exhale, release. Take the ball down about halfway down your hamstrings. Take the ball down about halfway out between your shoulder and your elbow. And you don't have to hold the other arm. I just do it to keep the ball in place. Inhale and try to keep it straight. Inhale, stretch through the arm and the leg. Exhale, press the arm and press the leg down in to the balls. Inhale and extend through the heel. Extend the arm nice and long. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, take the weight, lift your leg a little, lift your arm, and then exhale, press down into both balls again. And then inhale and reach through both arm and leg, reach, 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 and exhale, press down in to the balls. And now take the ball to just above the knee, and take the ball just above the elbow. And inhale. Extend. You can try pointing or flexing, whichever feels like that's what you need more. Inhale, reach through the arm and the leg. Exhale, press arm and leg down into the ball. Inhale, extend through the arm and leg, either heel or point, whichever feels best for you. What do you need? Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, lift the arm up, lift the leg just a little bit. Exhale, press arm and leg down into the balls. Now inhale and extend the arm out, extend that leg out more. Exhale, ground arm and leg into the ball. Inhale, lift the arm and leg just a little bit off the ball. Exhale, press down into the balls. And inhale and stretch in both directions. Both directions. Keep stretching and exhale, release. Take the ball just below the knee. You can use the other foot. Take the ball just below the elbow. And inhale. And stretch the foot out. Stretch that arm out as straight out behind you as you can. Exhale. Press the arm down. Press the leg down. And then inhale and reach, extend. Try extending through the heel, extending through the fingertips, pointing the foot, extending through the fingertips. Exhale, press down with the arm and the leg. Inhale, try to lift the leg, lift the arm just a little bit. And exhale, press down into the arm and leg. Now inhale, extend through the arm. Extend through the leg, nice and long. Exhale, press down into the balls. Inhale, lift the arm and leg off a little bit. Exhale, press down. Inhale, big stretch through the arm, through the leg, out of the shoulder, out of the hip. Exhale, press down into the balls. Take the ball halfway out your forearm. Take the ball halfway down your calf. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your weight on the side you're doing. Press down in to the balls. Inhale. Reach out in both directions. Try to lift and widen the ribs on the side you're working to get even more length. Inhale. Reach through the side. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, extend out even more. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, and lift your arm and lift your arm, lift your arm, lift your leg a little bit off the balls. Exhale, press arm and leg down in to the balls. Inhale, extend through the heel, extend out the fingertips. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, raise the arm and leg just a little bit. Exhale, press down. Inhale, reach and reach and reach out. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, reach and reach and reach and reach and reach. And now take the ball to the ankle. And take the ball to the wrist. And when the ball's in the wrist, I want you to start to wrap your hand around the ball, your fingers around the ball. Extend your heel out nice and long so you're working the Achilles tendon, stretching the Achilles tendon. Inhale and reach both directions. Try to widen and flatten those ribs out. Widen them and flatten them to the floor. Exhale, press wrist and ankle down into the ball. Inhale and reach and reach and reach through the heel, out the fingers. Exhale, press down in to the ball. Inhale, try to lift the arm, lift the leg just a little bit off the ball. And then exhale, reach out through the heel, out through the fingers. Keep checking in with those ribs. Don't try to not let your ribs arch up towards the ceiling. Inhale. reach length through that side, reach more length, exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, reach more, reach more, reach more, reach more. Exhale, press down, in to the balls. Inhale, extend through the heels, extend through the shoulder. Keep checking in with those ribs. And exhale. Release. Take the ball to the heel. Take the ball to the fingertips. So let those fingertips, let that arm, the front of the hand wrap around the ball. Inhale. Exhale. Press the fingertips, press the heel down into the ball. Inhale. Extend out through the shoulder, extend those fingers out and around the ball, extend that heel out. Exhale. Press down into the balls. Inhale. Extend through the heel, extend those fingers out and around the ball. Lift and widen those ribs out. Exhale, press down. I want you to just lift the heel, lift the fingertips off the balls. And then again, exhale, press down, reaching. Inhale, reach arm, reach leg out more. Exhale, press down. Inhale, take your fingers, your heels off the balls just a little bit to exhale. Press down into the balls. Inhale, big breath, unwind the hip, unwind through the shoulder, get longer, 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 and exhale, and take the balls out. Extend your legs out, extend your arms alongside your body. Take a few breaths, let the two sides integrate. Extend through each heel. Lift your rib cage off the mat. Pull the shoulders down. Pull your shoulder blades on your back ribs. Feel the unwinding between the two sides. Feel the differences between the two sides. And inhale, bend your knees up into your chest and hold them there for a moment. And exhale, roll over onto the side. And so now we're going to do the shoulders and the inner, we're going to do the inner thigh, the inner arm. So I want you, this time you're going to switch it up. You're going to take the right, whichever leg you're doing, take it out to the side. And put that ball right in to the inner thigh. And then I want you to take that black ball down right into the front of the shoulder. And you're going to use your other leg and your other forearm to keep you on the side you're doing. So inhale and exhale. I want you to press down into both balls. You want the arm coming out of the shoulder, the leg coming out of the hip as equal as you can. Inhale, exhale. I want you to press the shoulder, press the hip down into the ball. Inhale, reach out with your arm and your leg. Exhale, press down with both balls. Inhale, extend through the arm, extend through the leg. Exhale, press down into both balls. Move the ball halfway down your inner thigh. Move the ball halfway out your arm. Try to keep that leg coming straight out from the hip. Try to keep the shoulder in line, the arm in line with the shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Try to keep the other leg straight out. Press down into both balls. Inhale, reach out with arm and leg. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, reach out more, arm and leg. Exhale, press down in to both balls. Take the ball just above the knee. Take the ball just above the elbow. Extend them out. Inhale, exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, try to extend out from both shoulder and hip. Exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, reach out more. Exhale, press down. So from this position, it's very hard to lift the arm and the leg. So you're going to start just pressing down and extending out. So just below the elbow, just below the knee. Inhale, exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, reach out through the heel, reach out through the fingertips. Exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, extend out even more. Exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, extend through the heel, through the whole bottom of the foot, through the fingertips. Exhale, press down. Take the ball to about mid-calf. Take the ball to mid-forearm. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, extend through fingertips, through foot. Exhale, press down in to the balls. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, reach more out of the hip, out of the forearm. Exhale, press down in to both balls. Take the ball to the ankle. So get that ankle bone and that heel on the ball. Get the ball to your wrist and your palm, and you can take your fingers around the ball. Inhale, reach out from the shoulder, reach out your whole arm. Exhale, press down, press your fingers, press your ankle and heel down. Inhale, reach out more with your fingertips, with your whole shoulder and arm. Exhale, press down. So as you extend out, if you're losing the ankle, slide your body a little to the other side. Get back to the ankle and heel. Inhale, reach out from the shoulder. Reach out with the whole hand. Reach out with the heel. Exhale, press down in to the ball. Inhale, reach, arm and leg, shoulder and hip. Exhale, press down. Stay there, breathe, extend out, release. Come on, you're back. And feel that side of your body. So feel when you have the front of the leg, the back of the leg, the whole inner side of your leg. Take some big breaths and feel that. How does that affect your torso? How does that affect that whole side? How does it affect the other side? How does it affect your jaw? How does it affect your breathing? And inhale, bend your knees up and roll over onto a side.
And let's do that same work on the second side. So you can extend the second side out. So you extend that leg out from the hip. Get that ball up as high as you can. So you can stretch that leg out so that ball's right into the highest part of your inner thigh. And the other ball is right at the front of your shoulder joint. And you were using your other leg, the leg not being worked as straight out as you can. And inhale, exhale, you're pressing down, shoulder and arm into the ball. Inhale, exhale, pressing shoulder, arm, hip, leg down towards the balls. Inhale, extend out the leg, extend out the arm. Exhale, press down, in to both balls. Take the ball halfway down your thigh. Take the ball halfway down your forearm. Try to keep the leg in line with the hip. Keep the arm in line with the shoulder. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, extend that more, arm and leg. Exhale, press down into both balls. Flex that foot if you can. Extend the bottom of your foot straight out. Inhale, exhale, press arm and leg down into the balls. Take the balls just above the knee, just above the elbow. Try to straighten out that leg. Try to keep that arm straight. Inhale, exhale, press arm and leg down as you extend through the fingers, extend through the heel, the bottom of the foot. Inhale, exhale, press down with both arm and leg. Inhale, reach out of the hip, reach out of the shoulder. Exhale, press down. Inhale, extend out of the hip with the leg, out of the shoulder with the arm. Exhale, press down into both balls. Take the ball, big ball below the knee, extend that leg out nice and long. Take that black ball just below the elbow. Keep the other legs extended out. Keep your belly as flat towards the floor as you can. You can keep your head resting straight forward using your other hand as a fist, or turning it, whichever you like. Inhale, exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, extend out, extend out, extend out. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, reach more, reach more, reach more. Exhale, press down in to both balls. Inhale, reach and reach and reach. Exhale, press down. Take the ball halfway down your calf, halfway down your forearm. Inhale, exhale, press down into the ball. Inhale, extend out, extend out, extend out arm and leg. Exhale, press down into the ball. Inhale, extend arm, extend leg. Exhale, press down with your arm and your leg into the ball. Inhale, reach, arm and leg, reach it, reach it, reach it. Exhale, press down into the ball. Take the ball to the ankle, heel. Take the ball to the palm of the hand. Wrap the fingers around. Inhale, exhale, press heel, ankle. Press your fingers, extend through the arm. Inhale, exhale, keep that other leg nice and long. Press down into the ball. Now reach with your fingers, reach your fingertips out more. Reach through the heel and ankle, reach that hip out more. Exhale, press down in to the ball.
Inhale, big inhalation, reach out from the shoulder, out from the hip, reach out more. Exhale, press down into both balls. Inhale, reach, reach both from the hip, from the shoulder. Keep stretching out more. And exhale, and release. Take the balls out. Lie on your back. Extend your legs out. Extend your arms alongside you. Extend both heels out nice and long. Palms are up. Lift your rib cage. Lengthen your ribs up from your lower back. Breathe through your whole torso. Breathe up into your shoulders, out your arms, arch your legs. See how much flatter you get your lumbar spine to the floor. Breathe and let the two sides integrate. Breathe and feel at both shoulders and hips. There's an unwind going on. And as the unwind is going on, can you keep making adjustments in your torso to get it longer and more aligned? Keep watching as the two sides unwind in all those directions that we worked, how you can continue to readjust your entire torso to create greater length, greater freedom, greater movement. And now slowly bend those knees up into your chest. And hold them there. Exhale, breathe. And roll over onto a side. And slowly sit up. And just take this work that we did. It's very powerful because the unwind will continue when you get up and you stand. Take a few moments standing and feel that. And then walk so you can feel that in movement. And good idea to do this practice definitely once a week at first, and then maybe once a month, just to undo all that stuff we do between each side so that you keep unwinding and staying free in your movements.